I don't want to say the exact same thing every time though. Hi kids, welcome to another video.
Let's get started. Sweet.
Naaman was the commander of the Syrian army. The king of Syria respected Naaman, and Naaman was good at his job. He led the army to attack cities in Israel. They took things from the cities. They even took people to be slaves in Syria. But Naaman was sick. He had leprosy, a serious skin disease. One of the Israelites who was captured to be a slave was a little girl. She served Naaman's wife in Syria. The slave girl saw that Naaman was sick and she wanted him to be healed. A prophet in Samaria could heal Naaman, she told Naaman's wife. Samaria was a city in Israel. Naaman heard what the little girl said and he went to talk to the king of Syria. The king of Syria agreed to send Naaman with a letter to the king of Israel. The letter read, "I have sent you my servant Naaman for you to cure him of his skin disease." When the king of Israel read the letter, he was upset. "Am I God? Do I have the power to give life and take it away? Why does this man think I can cure a skin disease?" The king of Israel could not heal Naaman. The power to heal comes only from God. Elisha the prophet heard the king was upset and called Naaman to his house. Naaman arrived and stood at the door. He was ready to be healed, but what happened next was not what Naaman expected. Elisha didn't come to the door. Instead, a messenger told Naaman, "Go wash 7 times in the Jordan River." Wash in the river? If Naaman wanted to wash in the river, he could have done that at home. Had he travelled all the way to Samaria for nothing? Naaman was angry. He had hoped Elisha would call on the name of the Lord, wave his hand over Naaman's skin and heal him. Naaman started to leave, but his servants encouraged him to do what Elisha said. So Naaman went to the Jordan River. He dipped himself in the river 7 times. Then Naaman's skin was healed. It looked as good as the skin of a young child. Naaman and all the people with him went to Elisha. "I know the God of Israel is the one true God," Naaman said. He thanked Elisha and offered him a gift of gold, silver, and clothing. But Elisha would not take the gift, so Naaman left to go back home. Elisha's servant Gehazi stopped Naaman. Gehazi asked him for silver and 2 changes of clothing. He lied to Naaman about why he wanted the gifts. Gehazi said the gifts were for visitors, but Gehazi really wanted them for himself. Naaman gave Gehazi some silver and clothing. When Gehazi returned to Elisha, Elisha said, "Where have you been, Gehazi?" Gehazi lied again. "I didn't go anywhere," he said. But Elisha knew Gehazi had been greedy. He knew he had taken gifts from Naaman. Instead of thinking about God, Gehazi only thought about himself. As punishment, Gehazi's skin became diseased. He had leprosy like Naaman had, and his skin was white like snow. Naaman was sick with a skin problem. His disease went away when he washed in the river. All people are sick with a sin problem. We all need a healer. And when we trust Jesus as Lord and Saviour, God forgives our sin and heals us.
Hi boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that video. Today for craft, you need to head to the link below to print out our next craft activity. Today's craft activity is a lovely picture of the lovely scenery. We've got Naaman on a card that we're going to need to cut out. Now in the story, Naaman had to dunk himself in the water 7 times. So we're going to make a craft that you can do by yourself where you dunk Naaman 7 times. So print it out, color it in, and then once you've done that, head back to this video. Now that you have colored it in you want to get your scissors and you want to cut around the very edge of your scenery background photo. Alrighty, once you've cut out both of those pieces of paper, you've got the thin one with Naaman on it and the bigger one with the picture on it. There's a dotted line going across the water. What you want to do is you want to fold the page in half and cut right down along that, making sure it's a little strip so you don't cut too far. I get my scissors and I cut a tiny little cut in the middle, and then I open it back up so that I can stick my scissors through the hole and finish cutting the whole line out. So once it's cut out, you can probably fit your finger through and you can stick Naaman from behind the piece of paper up through the little hole so that he peeks out of the water. There we go. We have our craft for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.